Also, I'm very eager to again get to this topic which you mentioned, YC, right? Like everyone is, I'm sure once you got that badge, everyone is always curious about YC, right? It's the most successful startup accelerator on the planet, and like every world class entrepreneur wants to be there. So, tell us how you cracked YC. I know you told us basically how the journey went, but what did you do something specifically that made a compelling case and YC was like, we want you?
Yes. So when we applied in September, we got rejected. And then we applied again in January, and then in February we got accepted. So this was a second application to YC. Of course, the revenue would have jumped 2x since those 4 months, uh, and applying with the same idea. I think one thing that really worked for us in the first application, our panel. So YC interviews are like very small, right? Just 10 minutes and they're done. So they read your application. If they find something interesting, they want to interview you, they just interview you for 10 minutes and then they decide yes or no. In our first interview, it was all American panel. We were
Hmm.
talking about offer dropouts, and they were like,
Hmm.
what is the problem? Oh, what?
Offer, yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
unable to make them understand what an offer dropout is,
Okay.
because it is
Okay.
not an American problem. They
Yeah.
felt this probably have not understood something in these 10 minutes. We were one of the companies they interviewed the second time. The After 3 days they were like, maybe we have not understood something, let us re-interview
Wow.
you again with some different panel.
Wow.
They
Open-minded people. Very
exactly, they
nice.
thought
Yeah.
maybe the guys,
Yeah.
they're doing something, they
Yeah.
didn't seem to understand what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Second panel came, they also didn't understand. Even
Ah,
when, even when we knew they're not understanding, we were not able to make them understand because this is this was so funny. It took us some time to realize offer dropouts is not something that they associate with. So when it was a second time in YC in February or
Hmm.
January, whenever, right?
Hmm.
February, one of the panelists was Puneet. Puneet is the founder of this company that got acquired by Swiggy, which used to deliver milk. So he was the founder. He
Yeah.
was in that panel, an
Yeah.
Indian in that panel. We started talking again about,
Uh,
okay, now we were very cognitive. Okay, they'll not understand offer drop, but Puneet understood.
yeah.
And
Yeah. Ah.
he thought, okay, okay, this problem, yeah, this is there. Okay, okay, you guys have done this,
Ah.
you guys have done this, and all of that. I think he made them understand what the problem of offer dropouts is. And I think
Crazy. Yeah.
more than that, I think YC also realized that these founders are sort of perseverant. They are on the same idea, have doubled their revenue.
Hmm.
Something is working, right? Even if they don't continue
Yeah.
working on this idea, they'll still be able to
They're
do something
persistent.
bigger.
Yeah.
One more thing that
Yeah.
worked for us is there was a US company called Pave, currently valued at $1 billion, that got selected into YC. Uh, I think 3 4 batches, no, 2 batches back, which was
Okay.
also creating a digital offer experience, not for offer dropouts per se, but just to sell an offer better to the candidates. And they sort of pivoted that company into a compensation management platform. So I
Manager.
think it was struck to them what we have been, and Pave is like a very good success story initially for YC.
Yeah.
Hey, a good company joined, it was able to scale
Yeah.
really big, raise Series A so fast, all of that. I think they just thought this could be Pave for India. In fact, they made us
Hmm.
rebrand ourselves as Pave for India. So I think they just saw
Interesting.
founders have been doing good, are just lost. They think that they are building offer, but actually they have to build for compensation because that is a bigger problem. And hence
Hmm.
we can
Hmm.
mold them to actually build what Pave was able to build for the US. I think that is also a reason why we were eventually selected in my Combinator.
Fantastic. Wow, that's a great story.